This is a very small booklet that was published, I think, in 1996 and then republished now in 2024, but it has a lot of wisdom. In fact, there are like 101 tips to improve in chess, which are based on Tony Kosten, a grandmaster that obviously made his own mistakes, and in order to overcome them and reach this grandmaster title, had to think very hard on what the problems were in his games and how to solve them and improve, right? I will begin to show you tip number 2. Tip number 1 is how to choose an opening, okay? And here it gives you how you should choose your openings. Tip number 2 is one piece, one move. This is a very important idea. Until the development is completed, no piece should be moved more than once, unless essential. Disaster awaits those who ignore this principle. And here the author shows Mises against Kosten in Elgoy Bar in 1995. Mises starts with c4 and Kosten plays e5. Knight c3, knight f6, g3, bishop b4, bishop g2, castle, e4, bishop takes c3, b takes c3. Please notice that he takes toward the center. Why? Because he's trying to control the center, and then of course he open a file for his rook, right? So obviously these things are not explained in the game because the author is trying to make a point about the movement of pieces. Okay, so c6, bishop a3, attacking the rook f8, d6, knight e2, rook e8, queen b3, a6, and now there is a mistake by white that plays c5. After d takes c5, there is bishop takes c5 and b5. Rook d1, bishop e6, queen a3, and knight d7. The format is that every page has a game or two with at least 3 diagrams, so you can really follow the game visualizing the moves if you want to do that kind of effort, okay? So here we were at queen a3 and knight d7. White is still hoping for some advantage, and so avoids the exchange of his dark square bishop. How does he avoid it? With bishop d6, which is not so good. Why? Because white is dangerously behind in development. His queen and queen bishop have moved too often, okay? So how does black, let's say, punish this kind of wrong behavior? Queen b6, threatening c5 that traps this, right? And here white makes a mistake, which is f4. Why it's a mistake? Because knight g4 protects e5, obviously, and then is trying to enter here and give checkmate. So this is the problem, the real problem. Now white could play this, but black is gonna win that bishop, and the other move was rook f1 to avoid the checkmate, right? Unfortunately, after rook f1 you don't get saved, because there is knight takes h2, f takes e5, knight takes f1, king takes f1, c5, d4, rook a c8, queen b2, c takes d4, c takes d4, f6, bishop f3, f takes c5, d takes c5, queen e3 attacking this, king g2, and now if you are black, what would you play? Try to pause the video and discover what black would have played. Black played bishop h3, after which there is king takes h3 and queen takes f3 with a decisive advantage for black. From here on, the author didn't show the rest of the game. I hope you enjoyed this little tip. I will show you other part of this book because it's very interesting and very important for your chess improvement. Thank you for watching.